In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to connect a standalone cold water faucet, in this case a Kraus brand faucet, to a Hydroviv water filter. So the Hydroviv water filter comes with this connection line, and on this end it's just a push-in connection. That's what feeds water into the filter. And on the other end it has this slip-on nut, and you would connect this to your cold water supply line. If you were just connecting to a regular faucet setup, you would connect the faucet to the left side brass connector on the filter. But since we're not going to be doing that, we have to make a few adaptations. So I had to buy this 25-foot PE tubing, polyethylene tubing. For my Hydroviv filter, it needs a 3/8 inch diameter tubing, and you don't need anywhere near 25 feet. I ended up cutting a section of this off, and after I brought it upstairs, I ended up cutting it down to only about 10 inches. Make that measurement based on how far away you're storing the filter from the faucet. So what we're going to do is use this little sleeve, the sleeve and insert combo, to put inside the tubing, and the insert helps keep the tubing from getting crushed. And so you take this nut and slide it over the tubing. Slide this plastic sleeve over the tubing and insert the insert. And this insert wants to fall out, so you kind of have to hold on to it as you attach it to the filter. So we're actually not going to do this step until after we've installed the faucet through the sink. I'm just going to show you this because it's too hard to demonstrate under the sink. But you are going to use this adapter that Kraus supplies, and you push in the tubing on this end and twist on the threaded connection to the threaded stem of the Kraus faucet, and they have an adapter if you have a smaller 1/4 inch tubing. Now let's head to the kitchen and get ready to cut a hole in the sink. So we'll line up where you want your faucet to go, and after you find a good spot, make a mark with a permanent marker so you know where you're drilling. I'm using a titanium step drill bit with a max diameter of 12 millimeters. And if you want to know how I got this measurement, I used a digital caliper and measured the stem of the faucet and found it was just under 12 millimeters. And so I knew if I drilled the 12 millimeter hole, I'd have enough clearance for the faucet. And so luckily I was able to use the titanium step bit with the 12 millimeter diameter. And so when you're drilling, you're going to want to use safety glasses, and also recommend wearing gloves to protect yourself, and long sleeve shirt as well. And you're just going to drill on medium speed. And I also recommend dipping your drill bit into some water in order to keep the drill bit from overheating. All right, so we have our hole drilled, and now we're just gonna put the faucet in and connect it underneath the sink. And now we've turned off our water and detached the supply line going to the main faucet, and we're going to attach this valve adapter that will allow us to connect both the main faucet and the secondary faucet to the cold water supply line. and this is the valve adapter that I used. Right, so we've finished making our connections at the supply line, and I've already turned my water back on. I've made the connection at the filter. I've attached this PE tubing to the faucet, and when you install this cold water faucet, you'll wrench tighten the gray adapter that is included with the Kraus faucet, and then you just push the PE tubing up into that adapter, and when you make that connection, you can pull on it to test to make sure it's secure. And after you do that, you should be ready to go. And you can see we have water coming out of our faucet. All right, I hope y'all like this tutorial. Thanks for watching.